Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Paranormal News. Today's article comes from independent.co.uk, and this was a very cool one because this is something that I've thought about and wanted since I was a little kid. The headline is Flying Car Battery Breakthrough Makes Futuristic Transport Commercially Viable. I would expect these vehicles to make 15 trips twice a day during rush hour to justify the cost of the vehicles, says researcher. It's written by Anthony Cuthbertson, and it was published 2 days ago. Researchers have figured out a way to rapidly recharge ultra-dense batteries capable of powering flying cars, theoretically making them suitable for everyday use. The breakthrough with electrical vertical takeoff and landing (eVTOL) vehicles could enable the commercialization of next-generation transport systems in the near future, according to the researchers from Penn State University who made the discovery. I hope that the work we have done in this paper will give people a solid idea that we don't need another 20 years to finally get these vehicles, says Chao Yang Wang, director of the Electrochemical Engine Center of Penn State. I believe we have demonstrated that the eVTOL is commercially viable. The research was published today, 7 June, in the scientific journal Joule, I believe is what that is. Dr. Wang and his team conducted experiments with energy-dense lithium-ion batteries that would be suitable for eVTOL craft, with each one capable of being given enough charge for a 50-mile journey in just 5 to 10 minutes. The key is to rapidly heat the battery to a certain temperature using a nickel foil, which then allows for ultra-quick charging without causing any damage. I think flying cars have the potential to eliminate a lot of time and increase productivity and open the sky corridors to transportation, Dr. Wang said. Commercially, I would expect these vehicles to make 15 trips twice a day during rush hour to justify the cost of the vehicles. The first use will probably be from a city to an airport, carrying 3 to 4 people about 50 miles. And that is the end of this article. And what we're looking at here on the screen now is a prototype of what one of these cars may look like. And it's pretty badass. It's like a little spaceship. Very cool. So, as I said in the beginning of the video, ever since I was a little kid, one of my favorite cartoons I used to watch back then was the Jetsons. And I used to think it was so amazing how he would go down and get in his flying car and fly to work and then fold it into his briefcase and then go to work. That was so awesome to me. I always wondered, though, when he folded it into his briefcase to go into work, how come when he went back home, he parked it in the garage and went upstairs instead of just folding it into the briefcase again? Wouldn't it have made more sense if the car is capable of folding into a briefcase that you keep it folded into a briefcase, take it upstairs with you so absolutely nobody can steal it, nobody can crash into it, it's safe? Plus, you don't have to have parking garages then. You can use that space for something else. But anyway, that's not what I'm trying to talk about in this video. The point I was making is that ever since then, when I was a child, to me that was the symbol of the future. When I thought of the future, I thought of having a flying car. I mean, that is like the ultimate in cool right there. But now I'm older, and I have my driver's license, obviously, because I'm old. And I've driven for many decades now. And that youthful idealism, that idea I had as a child of everybody having a flying car and us all flying around in the sky, is not so rosy and bright anymore. Because I've seen how the majority of people drive. And most people don't drive too good. They drive like idiots, a lot of them. At least once a day, I have a close call on the road to where some dumbass isn't watching where they're going. They're playing on their cell phone or something like that. and they almost run off the road, and I have to try to avoid them. Another thing that happens here a lot, because I live out in the country in the mountains, we have a lot of back roads and smaller roads. And people will get behind somebody that's going slow and they'll decide they want to pass them. Well, the problem is there's not enough room on that road, barely for 2 cars, much less somebody trying to pass and then another car oncoming. So you have that issue a lot. So the point I'm making here is that I don't know if flying cars would honestly be that good of an idea, because you see all the chaos and the havoc that is wreaked on our roads now. Imagine somebody in a flying car texting while they're driving, or putting makeup on while they're driving, or whatever. I've seen that all the time in the city too when I used to work down there. Imagine that kind of stuff going on with a flying car. You're no longer on a road where you have lanes and there's at least a semblance of order and a semblance of where you're supposed to be driving. Now when you're in a flying car, the whole sky is there. So you're going to have people all over the damn place. Also, another thing I thought about in this is, what about commercial aircraft? I mean, you've got all kinds of passenger jets flying back and forth. You've got military planes. You've got cargo planes. Do these flying cars only go so high? Or are you going to be able to fly up into the commercial traffic and end up hitting a passenger jet and killing 500 people or something? That's another thing to think about. I just don't know if mankind is ready yet for flying cars. I don't think we're responsible enough. There's way too many stupid people on the roads that drive like they don't have any damn sense. So I don't know if it would be the brightest thing in the world to have flying cars, even though I would love to have one. I think they would be freaking awesome to have. But I think that there's going to be a lot more death and a lot more severe accidents. Because now if you crash your car, chances are you're going to live. Now, there's some wrecks. If you hit an 18-wheeler or something like that, you're done. But with the newer cars, the way the safety is on them, with the airbags and everything, you've got a decent chance of survival in most accidents. Plane crashes, you're not surviving usually. So imagine a flying car, it's probably going to be about the same. There's probably not much chance that you're going to survive that if you crash it. So those are my thoughts on it. Let me know down in the comments what you guys think. Obviously, there's going to be a lot of you that are really stoked about the idea of flying cars, and I get it. I'm stoked too. But do you think that it's going to be safe to do? Do you think that the same dumb people that are on the road now that are getting in accidents and almost killing you are going to be up there in the sky doing the same damn thing? Maybe you have more room to maneuver in the sky. I don't know. I mean, there's a lot of room up there. You're not stuck on a road. So maybe it'd be easier to avoid those people. Let me know down in the comments what you guys think. And as always, thank you for tuning in. And I will catch you on the next one. Until I speak to you again, love many, trust few, and do harm to none. God loves you, and so do I. Bye-bye.